Jai Shri Gurudev. Today we are going to discuss the phylum Annelida. Annelida in Latin means annulus, which means little rings. Therefore, Annelidan group of animals are called ringed worms. And let us discuss the general characteristic features of Annelida. They are found both in aquatic as well as in terrestrial mode. They are free living or few are parasites. Free livings live in the environment without any dependent, whereas the parasites live in the environment in the host. With the help of host, they get food and shelter. The body is divided into number of segments, and these segments are known as somites or metamers. And since there is number of segments present, in each of the segments, all the vital organs are present in each of the segments. And this plane of arrangement is known as metamerism. The animal is bilaterally symmetrical in their symmetry, which means that when the animal is cut into two pieces at one particular plane, which gives two equal halves, and which is coelomates. A body cavity is true in which body fluids are filled with. The animal is triploblastic, which is having all the three embryonic layers like outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. The animals exhibit organ system grade of organization. Here all the organs are interconnected and they perform in a coordinate manner, which is known as organ system grade of organization. And the locomotor structures are parapodia, or in some cases which are setae. And parapodia and setae are distributed all over the body. In each of the segments they are located. And these parapodia or setae are helpful or prevent the backsliding of the animal when they are in peristaltic movement. The digestive system is said to be complete, which means the digestive system starts from the mouth and ends with anus, and all other accessory digestive glands are present in it. The respiration of the animal is using body surface. Usually these animals are having moist skin through which they respire. In some of the cases, gills are used for the respiration. Circulatory system is said to be closed type, which means there will be muscular heart present and blood vessels and blood capillaries convey the blood till the last end of the body tissues. And blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. Excretion is by means of nephridia, and in each of these segments pair of nephridia are present which absorb and excrete the metabolic wastes. Nervous system is comprising a ring like brain, which is known as cerebral ganglia, which is positioned at the anterior most part of the body. And segmentally there are ganglions present which are called segmental ganglia. The cerebral ganglia get connect with each of the segmental ganglia by means of double ventral nerve cord. That means there are two nerve cords which run ventrally of the animal, and from the cerebral ganglia each of the segmental ganglia are connected. Reproductive structure. In case of a marine system, both male and female systems are present. Male individual and female individuals are present. Whereas in other freshwater and terrestrial mode, the sexes are united, which means hermaphrodites. That means both male and female reproductive structures are present within the same individual, which is known as hermaphrodite. Fertilization is internal. Even in case of separated sex or in case of hermaphrodites, the two hermaphrodite individuals mate each other, and a male deposit sperm cells in the female reproductive structure which fuse with the female gametes. And development could be direct or indirect mode. Direct mode of development means the young ones resemble the parent, whereas indirect type of development means there will be intermediate larval stage. If there is indirect type of development, there will be a larval form known as trochophore larva. This is about the general characteristics. Classes: class 1 Polychaeta, class 2 Oligochaeta, and class 3 Hirudinea. Polychaeta. Poly means many, chaeta means here setae or bristles. Many bristles are present. The locomotory structures, hence the name Polychaeta. They are exclusively marine forms, and few are herbivores and majority of them are carnivores. They feed on small insects and other small fishes. They are free moving and few are sedentary form. And always the animals remain in the burrows, therefore they are called tube dwelling animals. And body is externally as well as internally segmented, and sexes are separate, both male and female individuals are present, and the development type is indirect type, which means there will be a larval form known as trochophore larva. The examples are Nereis, Chaetopteris, Aphrodite, etc. The second class is Oligochaeta. Oligo means a few, chaeta means setae. Few setae, few locomotor structures are present, which is known as Oligochaeta. They are found both freshwater as well as in a terrestrial mode, and body is externally as well as internally segmented by means of septa. There will be no distinct head, eyes or tentacles. We cannot distinguish the head portion, eyes or any other tentacles. The setae are the major locomotor structure which is present in this group of animals. Clitellum is present. As in case of earthworm, from the 14th to 16th segment, there will be a muscular structure present which is known as clitellum, which is meant for the cocoon formation. During the egg laying, they form a cocoon inside which they lay the eggs. For that, the clitellum is present, which is glandular in function, which secretes some mucin, gel-like structure. And this group of animals are hermaphrodites, which means that in a single individual there will be a male and a female structures present. Example, the best example is Pheretima, which is nothing but earthworm. The third class is Hirudinea. Hirudinea means a leech, therefore the name Hirudinea, which are ectoparasites. That means they are not free living, they depend on other animals for their food and shelter, therefore ectoparasite. They live outside the body of other animals. And these are blood sucking carnivores. They suck out the blood from the host and they digest it and get the nutrition. And here one more thing is the segment number is fixed, and always the number of segments here it is 33 in number. The body is dorsoventrally flattened, which is ribbon-like, and dorsally and ventrally body is flattened, and here the locomotory structures are absent, like setae and parapodia are absent, since the animal is ectoparasites. They live on the other animals, therefore there is no need for the locomotion. Hence, setae and parapodia, other locomotor structures are absent in this group of animals. Example, Hirudinaria, commonly known as leech. Let us discuss the external morphology of earthworm. This particular animal is a burrowing animal which lives in moist soil. And externally, the body of the animal is tubular, cylindrical and long, which is dark brown in color. The animal has anterior and a posterior end. At the anterior end, there is an opening known as mouth. And mouth is guarded by two other structures known as peristomium and prostomium. At the 14th, 15th and the 16th segments, the segments are covered by means of muscular glandular structure which is known as clitellum. Due to the presence of this clitellum, animal could be divided into three regions. Before the clitellum, which is known as preclitellar region and the clitellar region, and after the 15th to the last segment of the animal, which is the postclitellar region. And evenly the segments are present, and internally the segments are divided by means of septae, but externally the animal is covered by means of cuticle. At the 14th segment, there is a single opening which is the female genital aperture, whereas at the 18th segment, there are two apertures present which are the male genital aperture. And either side of the 18th segment, that means at the 17th and the 19th segment, there are genital papillae are present. And these genital papillae are useful during the mating or copulation of the animal. And in each of the segment, there are rings of setae present. And these rings of setae are the locomotory structure which is absent in the peristomium and in the clitellar region. These setae are the locomotory structures which is chitinous in form and which get embedded in the epidermal layer of the animal, and which is formed from the single formative cell which is known as setal sac, which has a setal neck, and setae is a S-shaped structure which has a nodule at the middle. Other than these structures, minute pores are present on the ventral side are known as nephridiopores. There are numerous pores are present are called nephridiopores, which are present all these segments except first three segments. The nephridiopores are absent in first three segments, and rest of the segments has all the pores known as nephridiopores, which ranges from 2000 to 2500 in the clitellar region. In the clitellar region, the number of nephridiopores are more in number, ranges from 2000 to 2500, whereas in other segments which ranges from 200 to 250. The main function of this nephridiopore is to eject out or excrete out metabolic waste. In the dorsal side, not exactly in the dorsal side, on the lateral side of the animal, dorsolaterally, there are other pores present in each of the segment from the 12th segment of the animal till the last second segment of the animal, which is known as dorsal pores. Through this dorsal pores, coelomic fluids are excreted. What for this coelomic fluid is necessary means this coelomic fluid kills the harmful bacteria. This is about the external morphology of the earthworm. Okay, next. Let us discuss the digestive system of earthworm. The digestive system consists the alimentary canal and the digestive glands. The alimentary canal is a tubular muscular structure having the external first opening, that is mouth, buccal chamber, pharynx, esophagus, gizzard, stomach and intestine, and lastly which opens out by means of aperture known as anus. In the first segment, there is a mouth which is crescent shaped. Crescent means half moon shaped structure which is guarded by two structures, that is peristomium and prostomium. This particular aperture opens into a short tubular muscular structure known as buccal chamber. Further, buccal chamber opens into another chamber known as pharynx. And the pharynx has two chambers, the dorsal and ventral chamber. Dorsal salivary chamber and ventral conducting chamber. In the dorsal salivary chamber, there are specialized cells which are known as chromophil cells. These chromophil cells are secretory in function which secrete mucin. In addition to that mucin, which also secrete proteolytic enzymes that is meant for digestion. The mucin is meant for the lubrication of the food. This lubricated food will be conducted by the conducting chamber further into the short tubular structure known as esophagus. Esophagus opens into the gizzard which is located in the 9th segment of the animal. Here the purpose of the gizzard, which is a hard muscular structure, and since the animal does not have any teeth for grinding the food, here the hard larger food particles are crushed and digested into smaller pieces by the activity of gizzard. Further, food will be conducted into a tubular narrow structure which is the stomach. Here in the stomach, there are glandular cells present which secrete some enzymatic secretions, and they secrete proteolytic enzymes which are for the digestion of protein. In addition to that, there are excretory cells named calciferous glands are present. The function of the calciferous glands are to absorb and excrete excess of ions of calcium and carbonate. And the stomach opens into the intestine at the 14th segment, and which is a slightly elaborated structure. In the intestine, at the dorsal portion of the intestine, there will be an involution or infolding of the dorsal segment take place, and which is known as typhosole. This particular specialized structure, typhosole, increases the surface area for absorption, for the efficient absorption of the nutrients. And further, in addition to this, there will be a glands present in the intestinal cecum, salivary gland and glandular cells which give the secretions which are nothing but the enzymes which help in the digestion of the food. And remaining undigested food will be conveyed throughout the intestine, and finally which opens and excreted out by means of anus which is located in the last segment of the animal. This is about the digestive system of earthworm.